Salud mi gente, what's coming through once again. Before we continue with this video, do not forget to hit the like, subscribe to the channel. For those who've been showing love and support, I do highly appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Special shout out to the members of the channel. I do highly appreciate you guys for taking the extra step on supporting the channel. On today's video, we're gonna talk about this this one video that seems people are speaking on, right? And I guess Hector Bravo put a video out there on his Instagram, and it is a pegada. It's a 3-on-1, right? Now, I'm gonna try to play that video on this thing on YouTube. Also, I'm gonna try to get like pictures of it as I'm speaking. But what I'm seeing on the video, right, is a 3-on-1. And the crazy part that does not make sense is that you see the cops, right, in a line of defense, and the guy who they're defending is the victim, right? Who's sitting down with this shirt or thermal over his head. Why? Because all the pepper spray is getting to his head, right? So this guy can't see nothing. This guy cannot defend himself because he just worried about not smelling the pepper spray. And he's just an open target. So you have 3 individuals on him, right? With fierros putting in work. Simple as that. That's a spot you don't want to get in. It sucks to be, it sucked to be on that spot. That guy didn't make it. Got unalive, 100%. This event took place in Kern Valley. And if people want to find out who it was, who was involved, all you have to do is go to CDCR, and trust me, this was outsiders. And in 2025, it's a lot of crazy events, man. So you're going to be able to go to every event that took place in Kern Valley State Prison and just match the pictures with whoever's on camera. Simple as that. Based on their color of the skin, the body type, you can find out who it is, man. Simple as that. All you have to do is put in the work. I don't got time to do that. But what I got time is to break down this video because it was vicious for sure. You know, the one that I heard that was more vicious, it was when they did, what's his name, Wicked from Blight Street. That one, my friends, I heard it was all bad, you know, because I knew somebody that knew somebody, stuff like that, you know, that seen that video and showed them the video. But I was trying to get a recording and they won't do it, man. Why? Because they don't want to get in trouble. They thinking about the retirement, and you know how it goes, right? So it's understandable. But anyways, this incident was very vicious, and sad part, the guy didn't make it. Simple as that, right? So it didn't make sense that the cops were doing what they're doing. Of course, no Mini 14. So there's cops right there. Usually when the cops are right there, they're not gonna shoot the Mini 14. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Now, if there was no cops, there was a riot, they would use the Mini 14, 100%. You know, that incident, I guess when it started, that's when they should have shot the Mini 14, but I guess they didn't use it. Now, one thing I want to point out, because I seen this YouTuber speaking on this, right? And where you hear a girl on a background saying, oh, we need a BR backup from ISU and stuff like that, or whatever the case, like everybody respond ISU response or something like that, right? For what I know about prison, I don't think that the audio has anything to do with that footage, in my experience. You know, I might be wrong, but there's 3 things that lead me to think like that audio from that girl didn't have nothing to do with that footage. First of all, right, you have to think that that camera, that video, came from a camera from the institution. Ain't no institution camera is gonna get the audio as clear as that. There's no way, man. It's not. Facts, man. It's not gonna get it, man. Don't forget, that camera is up there somewhere in a building. That's one. Second, ain't nobody gonna be right next to the camera. Why? Because everybody's responding to the incident. There's not gonna be no cops standing by. Nah, everybody's over there by the incident. Everybody. So you're not gonna hear nobody's radio except the tower. And of course, that's not the tower, you know. That looks like in front of the program office, you know. But anyways, and the third, if people notice, right? Just pay attention. If people notice what's going on, that, I mean, the crazy thing just passed through already. And I'm talking about the cops calling it the code, telling people to get down. And then after they do this, people start getting down. Different cops from different buildings come out. They rush to the events. Of course, they ask for the assistance of whatever people are gonna come, and that was it. The event, whatever they had to say on the radio, they said it, and now they're just in the sad situation, right? So no, I don't think that was the case. Even maybe possible, I don't know, 1 in a million. If people would have got up, I will maybe be like, okay, boy, they asked for more backup, they asked for ISU, but nah, man, I don't buy it, right? I think it was a clever way. It's a way clearer audio. I don't think it has nothing to do with the footage. It's just my opinion, right? I don't know, but anyways, the thing about this, man, is that it is crazy how individuals live for that. You know what I mean? You cannot get mad at them. You cannot blame them for nothing. That's what they know. That's what they believe. And they're willing to sacrifice themselves. I'm talking about going on this hit, becoming lifers in order to gain the respect and the approval of the next man. This situation, you have to think, man, that victim was somebody's family member, somebody's dad, possible, somebody's son for sure, somebody's brother. And nobody wants to see their loved one going through this, especially the last minutes of his life. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see other individuals, including me, seeing how their loved ones got done. That's facts. That's facts. I do understand that those footage are coming out, so you can get a glimpse of what actually happens behind those walls, man. But trust me, man, it's nothing nice. It's nothing nice, man. For those who are infatuated with events like that, man, I'm telling you, man, once you get right there and you see evil, man, you're gonna be like, damn, I have seen evil, bro. I have seen evil. I have seen people laughing as motherfuckers are on the floor crying because they cannot move, because they got wounds, because they got broken bones. I have seen that, bro, and you can feel it. You know what I mean? People don't want to be involved in that stuff, man. And for those who want to be involved in that, ponle, do your thing, man. Do your thing. But that's not nothing good, man. It's nothing good. I do understand that people were doing reactions to this, and that's what's up, bro. You know what I mean? But I mean, you understand who has been in those places and who's just talking a good one. You can understand that. You can see that. You know what I mean? Seeing a incident like this, and where this guy is defenseless, getting move on, and for sure they want to unalive him. There was somebody that they want to unalive him for sure, because if that was not the case, they would have stopped a long time ago. They would have stopped a long time ago. Once the cops came through with the pepper spray, they would have stopped already. But they were trying to get him, and they did what they did. I believe that not using the Mini 14 is a big mistake by CDCR. That Mini 14, it was what used to bring fear to the inmates. Once you hear that thing, my boy, I don't know when they changed that policy, or when they decided not to use it. When I was in prison, they did it, and I got out in 2021. after doing 15 years, you know? So remember hearing that thing, man. It was nothing nice. It was nothing nice, man. And you had cops that used to love to use that thing. They weren't thinking twice, you know? But again, like they say, man, a life for a life. So, with this being said, we're out to next video. Saludos a todos. Mal ratos.